The rain whipped through the old forest, turning the path into a dirty stream. I got soaked to the skin, trembling with cold and anger at myself. Why did I turn off the main road? Now I was hopelessly lost. The fog, thick and milky, clung to the black trunks of pine trees, hiding more and further a couple of meters. The wind howled in the crowns like a hungry beast. That's when I saw the light, dull, yellowish, shimmering through the veil of fog and branches. Hope, sharp and painful, pricked in the chest. I came to the light, stumbling over the roots and getting stuck in the mud. The light led to a slanted hut, sheltered in a clearing. Smoke was falling out of the crooked pipe, but strangely enough, it didn't smell like firewood. Rather, old books and the dust of centuries. I knocked, barely hearing. My hands hardened. The door opened with a creak. An old man was standing in the opening. Not just old ancient. The skin, like parchment, covered with a network of wrinkles, seemed to be about to tear. But the eyes were bright, unnaturally young, piercing yellow, like an owl. They studied me with cold, indifferent curiosity. Lost? The voice was dry, like the rustle of fallen leaves. I nodded, trying to squeeze out the words about warmth and the road. Come in, warm up. He retreated, letting me pass. The inside of the hut was surprisingly clean, but empty. No furniture, except for a rough table and a stool by the hearth, where coals were smoldering, emitting that strange smokeless heat. No utensils, no signs of life, only dust and shadows dancing on the walls from the only smoker. The old man is a sorcerer. I already knew it instinctively. He pointed at the stool. Sit down. Have a drink. He held out a wooden mug with a muddy, liquid smelling of forest, roots and something metallic. I refused, politely thanking. His yellow eyes narrowed, but he didn't insist. He sat down opposite, squatting, staring at me. Time goes by, he whispered, and his voice suddenly appeared both nearby and somewhere far away. Time always goes by, and he's always missing. I felt uncomfortable, not from the cold. It was stuffy and hot in the hut, but from this look. He didn't look at me. He seemed to look through me, studying something inside. My hands, lying on my knees, suddenly seemed strange to me, wrinkled. You're young, the sorcerer continued, and a strange hunger sounded in his voice, full of time, forces of the future. He stretched out his hand, long, bony fingers with nails that looked like claws. Give me your fatigue, your cold, your doubts. I'll take them. I pulled back. No, thank you. I just want to go. Dear? He grinned. The sound resembled the grinding of stones. There is no road. There is only here, and now, and time, which can take. He snapped his fingers. The fire in the hearth flashed bright green, illuminating the walls. And I saw them. Shadows. Not just a lack of light, but dense. Black silhouettes frozen in unnatural poses. One seemed to be frozen in the run. The other, with his hands raised in supplication. The third, shrinking in the corner. They didn't move, but they were so horrified and desperate that their hair stood on end. Predecessors, hissed the sorcerer. We came for warmth, for help. They left surplus, unnecessary. His yellow eyes were burning in the green light. They thought time was endless. They were wrong. I jumped up. My heart was pounding like a raging heart. We have to run. But the legs became cottony. The sorcerer's gaze chained me to a place like nails. I felt something pulsing out of me. Not strength, not warmth, but something deeper. The feeling of the morning, the smell of rain on the grass, the joy of the first kiss, fleeting, But infinitely important moments of my life began to fade as if they were sucked out. A little price for warmth and road. The sorcerer's voice sounded right in my head, softly, convincingly. You won't notice. Years. They are so long. He stretched out his hand again. His fingers were about to touch my forehead. I saw a reflection in his unflinking yellow eyes. My face, but it was rapidly aging. His skin was covered with wrinkles. His hair turned gray.